So, I saw Project Hail Mary finally. I know I'm a few weeks late, which feels a little odd because I got the book back in like 2017 or whenever it was, early, because I got connections. And it became quickly one of my favorite books of the last 20 years. So, I was highly anticipating this film, and what did I think? I thought it was fantastic. As somebody who's working on screenplay for an adaptation of his own book, I think I appreciate an excellent adaptation even more than I used to. So let's talk non-spoiler things, then I'll get into some spoiler. Non-spoiler wise, this is, a top-tier adaptation. They took the book and they seem to know expertly how to adapt it for a more general audience. It's a little less science-y. It's a little more focused on relationship, which I think is a good move. It's paced really well, despite the fact that it's a pretty long film. It's visually quite impressive. It's fun, it's funny, it's heartwarming. It's a great film. You should go see it. If you were thinking about it and you haven't done it, go see it in the theater. I think it is worth the theater experience. It has some of that spectacle that I think you will really enjoy. It feels a lot like a classic science fiction film from the 80s or 90s, but with modern special effects and a little bit of modern filmmaking technique. So it's an excellent film, an easy 10 out of 10. Go see the movie. So spoiler-wise, let's talk spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, don't keep watching. It does my artist's heart a disservice if you watch me spoil a film for you. Rocky was fantastic. Rocky works really, really well. I feel like they made Rocky a little goofier to make him more lovable, which I think was a good move. The scene where he is like, Rocky's in a ball, and comes into the ship and is bouncing around and hamster balling was just wonderful. They really nailed the balance between humor and emotion. I was curious about that with Lord and Miller, right? Because a lot of their background is comedic. The Lego movies, the Jump Street movies, and these sorts of things. They've done Spider-Verse as well, so they're able to balance it, and they did a very good balance on this. I said the pacing was good, and it is for such a long movie. It does feel like the endings are rushed a little bit. And if I have a complaint about the movie, it's that I feel like the ending is rushed just a tad, and they maybe spent a little too much time on some of the things like how long it takes to start communicating with Rocky in some of these things. That might just be because I love the twist in the book that Grace is not a hero, and it lands so well in the book because you are watching Grace get his memories back, and those memories influencing how he acts and behaves. And so he's really bought into the fact that he's a hero, and they can convey this in the film, but not in the same way. For this reason, I do think the twist with Grace not being a hero doesn't land as powerfully as it does in the book. And I do think that as a reader and a science fiction fan, the science explanations in the book that they just basically had to trim down to make this film work are things that I missed. So at the end of the day, I think this is close to the best possible adaptation they could have done for Project Hail Mary. I do still recommend the book. This is one of the ones where even though it's a really close adaptation, I feel like if you like the movie, you will really like the book. Even if you're not a hard science fiction person, everything they trimmed, you're going to really appreciate. Just a little more explanation of why they're doing what they're doing. In the film, it just kind of sometimes has to be, this is the next thing we need to do, and then we do it. That's a minor critique. I wouldn't even call it a criticism because I'm not convinced that it could have been done better. It's just some things I noticed. At the end of the day, spectacular film from a spectacular book. More of this, Hollywood, please. A lot more of this. Let's go get Andy Weir's third novel. No one pays attention to that middle child. It's a very good book. So let's get an Artemis adaptation going. And otherwise, you guys should just go see the movie and read the book.